Okay, I've got a cup of disappointment, and by that I mean decaf. But more importantly, I finally got my hands on a Regieleki. So, it's stupidly fast. If you guys have been watching any of my previous videos, you know this thing torments the heck out of me. Anyways, now it's my turn. So, I'm testing out Regieleki finally. When Crown Hunter came out back in October, I took Regidrago, but I finally decided it's time to get my hands on one. And we're going to try it out. I got Thunder Cage on here because I like the idea of, whereas I'm Focus Sashed Regieleki, perhaps I can potentially break a Focus Sash on something like Tornadus. With the trapping effect of Thunder Cage, chances are this will probably switch out to either Volt Switch or Thunderbolt down the road. I have Electro Web on Regieleki, mainly for speed control, because a good portion of this team prefers to have some speed support, especially the Togekiss with the Scope Lens and the Dazzling Gleam. Plus, Metagross probably appreciates it as well. Those are the main two Dynamax candidates for this team, but I do have Landorus-Incarnate, which does a lot of damage with Sheer Force and Life Orb, so while it's not likely going to Dynamax, I do appreciate having the speed support for my Landorus. And lastly, the team's rounded out by Rillaboom and Incineroar. I have Taunt on my Incineroar in case I run into anything like Porygon 2, and I got Knockoff on Rillaboom for annoying things like Dusclops and Porygon 2 as well. So with that being said, let us begin the campaign to entertain and jump into some battles. Yep, still disappointing. Alright, so I realized a little too late that I actually forgot to take Wish off of this Togekiss. There's actually Protect there now. I was debating on Follow Me, but I'm going to put it on Protect for now. With the idea being, I don't want Togekiss to function as a redirector. I want it to be more of a sweeper for this. So let's see what we can get now that I've made a little bit of the adjustments to the team. Yeah, I didn't realize it until after I finished filming the intro. I was like, oh. So, anyways. Behind the scenes with Espresso. It is horrible decaf. Let's see what we can get for our first opponent. Hopefully we don't time out, but it's starting to look that way. Yeah. Oh, nope, we're good. We're good. We have found an opponent. Interesting. They have a Salamence, they got Buzzwole, Rotom, Spectrier, Nilego, which, just looking at this, I think Metagross and Lucky might not be a bad lead. If Spectrier has Will-O-Wisp, though, that said, Togekiss doesn't look that bad either to lead with a Lucky. Same goes for Landorus, actually. Yeah. I think maybe we can go a Lucky Metagross with Togekiss and Landorus in the back. Nilego really does not appreciate taking a Sheer Force boosted, Life Orb boosted Earth Power with 4 times weakness to ground. Metagross don't appreciate it either. Metagross does appreciate hitting Landorus with Nice Punch, so I will have to watch for that. But anyways, I digress. Also, leading Metagross with Regieleki also gives my opponent less incentive to click the Ice Punch button. So I might be able to preserve my Focus Sash. We'll see. We shall see. That's mainly what matters to me. It's making sure I can keep my Focus Sash around. Spectre and Buzzwole. Okay. So Buzzwole is a tad scary. That's to say the least. That said, Togekiss does not look bad against it. if Spectrier has Will-O-Wisp, it probably goes for a turn 1. How much time do I got? 20 seconds. I think I can sub in Togekiss. There's some good natural bulk to Togekiss, and plus max special attack, max speed. This Metagross is bulk based, so I don't think an Electro Web gets me out of range from Spectrier just quite yet. So I think maybe we go Togekiss here, hope whatever they have doesn't KO, and we'll go from there. A Snarl could be really annoying, but this is crit Togekiss. They're going to max their Buzzwole. It's fine with me. It really is, because I have a very good chance of landing critical hits with Togekiss here, and that was a nice amount of damage to both of them, all things considered. Please go for a Max Quake in the Metagross slot. Okay, Regieleki's probably going down here. They're probably doubling into Regieleki. Okay. Max Knuckle into Aleki. Spectre doesn't care about that much. Buzzwole does. Yeah, okay. So, what I could do, I think maybe a max Togekiss and bring in. I feel like Landorus should probably be able to take out Spectre from that range. So I'll go for Earth Power into Spectre, and I'll go Airstream into Buzzwole, and we'll go from there. The nice thing is whereas Togekiss should be faster than Spectre, I can set Starfall, and then that way. Maybe that was the better idea. Maybe I should have brought Metagross in, set Starfall, and then go. Nah, because I'm a little worried if I can't KO the Spectre. Spectre just barely held on there, but there's no Cobble Berry off the Buzzwole, so we're going to get a speed boost into both. Landorus should be fine. If they have Rotom, not the end of the world. I can Sludge Bomb it or Psychic it with Landorus. Togekiss could go for the Starfall. Okay, so I'm Scope Lens Togekiss, so if I get a crit, that's fine. And of course there's Metagross, okay. I think, all things considered, I can still Earth Power, and I think I can Max Flare the Metagross. I think we can ignore the Spectre. I've got a speed boost on Togekiss. I've got... Alright, they're just going to do that. Alright, Rotom? Yep. I hope I get a crit into you now for doing that. Oh yeah, I went for the Max Flare. All things considered, not the end of the world. I did get the crit. Okay, I think, all things considered, I'll go for an Airstream into the Spectre slot. Or no, I think I'm gonna go Starfall into the Rotom slot because they cannot protect. We'll reset the special attack stat on Landorus, and then from there, Metagross is slow. We can go from. I'm mainly hoping that they go for another Snarl with the Spectrier and go for a Well, I hope they set my weakness policy, is essentially what I'm trying to get out of my stupid mouth. Okay. Rotoms go. I don't care what the special attack drops. Awesome. Awesome. We just got our weakness policy. So... I think I gotta go Stomping Tantrum into the Metagross, but I think I can cover my bases and go for the Razzle Dazzle with the Dazzling Gleam. So that's probably safe. And if they protect with Metagross, they just didn't prevent it for one turn. So no protect, that's fine. My Metagross doesn't have a speed boost, so it's going to be a question of whether or not they hit me first or if I hit them. Oh, they're going to hit me first. Okay, so... But that said, that did nothing to my Metagross, so I'll show you how to do a Stomping Tantrum. Yeah. Weakness policy, weakness policy. Okay. It would really, really suck for Togekiss if they had Bullet Punch, but this is a 3v1. I think, all things considered, I think we've got it. Yeah, my opponent forfeits. Okay, so, some things to dissect there. I should probably try to preserve Regieleki a little bit better than I did in that first match. All things considered, I could have gone for the Eerie Impulse, but overall, I think I played that pretty good. So let's look for our next opponent. Okay, I'm joined by a friend now. So, see what we can get for a second opponent. That's the main thing. Let's see what we can get for a second opponent. I should also try to be a little less rash in jumping straight into moves, and should try to remember what my opponents got on their team. Because, yeah, looking back on it too, the fact that I went for the Earth Power and just wasted a turn, that could have been bad if I didn't have the speed drops into the Spectre. So, yeah, all things considered, I should try to be a little bit more patient and think a little bit before I make some of my moves. Try not to be as rash. She agrees. Okay, so we have our next opponent. They have a Sun team with Gyarados, Landorus, and Whimsicott. Okay. So, Charizard, Venusaur, Torkoal. So, Landorus-Therian could be a little intimidating, but all things considered, if I set Electric Terrain with Regieleki, I can prevent Sleep Powder, but do I really want a Dynamax? Ideally, no. That said, I don't want my Pokemon being put to sleep either, so I think maybe Incineroar could be a good deterrent. There's a question of whether or not Gyarados is Moxie or Intimidate. Yeah, maybe Incineroar and a Lucky Togekiss, and maybe... I feel like Togekiss is my Dynamax candidate. I think Landorus is pretty solid in the back. I have Psychic. Most Venusaur, if they do run a berry to reduce their weaknesses, it's usually the Cobra Berry for flying types, so maybe if I'm lucky, I can land a Psychic into that thing and not get put to sleep. We shall see. We shall see. Charizard, Torkoal, okay. All things considering, even if I snarl with Regieleki, or if I snarl with Incineroar, I don't think I have Eerie Impulse, though. I think I will Eerie Impulse the Charizard, and I think I'm going to fake out Torkoal. I think that covers my bases for this turn. If I Eerie Impulse it, Eerie Impulse the Charizard, even with the Sun, that should cut their damage output really good. And if I fake out Torkoal, that buys me a little extra time in case there is they're going to withdraw. Okay, perfect. Venusaur. I'm fine with that too. Yeah. I'll go for a... Okay. Okay, that makes sense with a crit into Venusaur. I think we do it. Because I don't think Electro Web is enough to slow down Venusaur. So I think we're going to Max Lightning the Charizard to set the electric terrain. And I think we just Flare Blitz straight into Venusaur. They went for Protect this turn, so I feel like Max Guard doesn't work for Charizard this turn, in theory. The odds are in my favor, but they can potentially still get it. I think it's just like Protect, where if you use it back-to-back, the odds of it working go down, but you still have the chance of working. So here we are. The giant light ball. Who are they maxing? Are they maxing Venusaur or are they maxing Charizard? Charizard. Perfect. Okay. So, if I get my electric terrain, I get Incineroar safe from the Sleep Powder, and I am going to get it, so that worked very nicely. So, I don't think Venusaur can KO Incineroar at this range either. Oh, Taunt would have been good too. I think about it, but oh well. We know they have Torkoal. We know they just wasted a turn of Sleep Powder, so let's see. I'm pretty sure Flare Blitz is going to get it. Yeah, baby. Yes. Normally the two of the things that make my life miserable are making my life so much better right now. Yeah, I played all of Series 8 without an Incineroar, and played all the way till now without a Regieleki. I also have access to a Glastrier now, so that will probably be coming down the road. Okay, Landorus is scary, but here's the brilliant thing about this. Because Regieleki was meant to be support, and I've taken no damage, I still have access to a Focus Sash. So we're going to Max Lightning into Torkoal. We're going to pull Incineroar out. And you know what? I think Togekiss is fine for now. We'll bring in Togekiss. And my opponent just straight forfeit. Okay, perfect. That works for me. Good game. Awesome. Okay, let's see what we can get for another opponent. I didn't expect the Dynamax Regieleki, but it worked. That's all I have to say on that matter. Okay, new opponent. Let's see what they got. Interesting. Rose Raid, Primarina, Dragapult, Incineroar, Mudsdale, and Alola Ninetales. Okay, so all things considered, Regieleki does not like Mudsdale. It does not like that Dragapult is probably unaffected by Electro Web. But the rest of my team should be fine with this. So I think we can lead Togekiss. I think we can bring Regieleki still as the lead. I think Incineroar is pretty handy for the back, because we can... Or is it? Rillaboom might actually be better, because of the Alola Ninetales. Incineroar is probably the only real thing. But the Mudsdale Rillaboom likes. So I think Rillaboom, Metagross, Regieleki, and Togekiss. I think Togekiss Lucky is a good lead, so let's go. Yes. Let's see how this goes. Come here, Mocha. Come here. No, you're just going to soak in the middle of the kitchen? Okay. Oh, run away, cat. Roserade and Incineroar. Alright. Oh, you're fine. I don't want you knocking over that disappointing decaf. Oh, look. Every shot I've had at taking decaffeinated coffee, I have clearly taken today. Alright. So, I think Regieleki is obvious. I think it's, like, out of candidates to fake out. I think a fake out is obvious into that. So, I think with Togekiss, I want to get an Airstream. We'll do that into Roserade, and I think we'll protect with Regieleki here. I don't think they max. I think Roserade, if at any... Well, I don't know what Roserade does. Incineroar can probably Snarl a Parting Shot or try to fake out. I'm hoping it's that. Ideally, I don't take a Snarl, but at the end of the day, I'm crit Togekiss. So, whatever grimy things come its way, it probably deserves. So, we'll protect with Regieleki here. We'll get our Airstream. Was that Focus Sash or was that not Focus Sash? I feel like that was not Focus Sash. I can't see, but I don't have my glasses. Yeah, they fainted. Okay. So, that works out just fine. I went for a straight Flare Blitz into Togekiss. Okay. Why? Why? Okay, there's Ninetales. Snow Warning is not great here, because I don't want to... But I have access to the Max Flare, so I think we'll go for that. And I think we'll go Electro Web with a Lucky, and then that way I can potentially break a potential Focus Sash off of Ninetales. I should be going... Alright, that works too. If they want to protect, I'll get a little bit of chip into Incineroar. That's fine with me. And plus, I should get rid of the Hail with this Max Flare. So, while Togekiss might take a lot of damage, I don't think... Yeah, okay. Not as much as I would have liked into Ninetales, but Protect did turn that down. Okay, who's taking the Flare Blitz this time? Is it Togekiss or is it... Yeah, it's a Lucky. So, unless I get burned, a Lucky lives. Awesome. Literally what I just said happened. Okay, so a Lucky's going to faint to the burn. That said, I have an Airstream boost in Togekiss. I have the potential to fake out. Metagross puts a lot of pressure on Incineroar too, even though it's not directly super effective. So basically what I think I can do, I think I'll Airstream into the Incineroar slot, and I think, yeah, Stomping Tantrum is 100% accurate. I think I can ignore Ninetales for now, get rid of Incineroar, and then Metagross can clean that up. It'll get a speed boost, which will be nice. And depending on what my opponent has in the back, I have crit Togekiss, and I have Rillaboom for Fake Out support. Dragon Bolt. Okay, so that's rather nice. They have Protect on this? Okay. Okay. They have Protect on Incineroar. I was not expecting that. The crit for the Protect, too. Togekiss is putting in the effort. So, if Metagross had, a second speed boost, I would be a lot more confident in this situation because that Dragapult is probably going to Dynamax. But I think at this range, I think I'm safe to Ice Punch. Togekiss has 2 speed boosts into it, so I should definitely outspeed the Dragapult. They do not have Aurora Veil, so Togekiss is probably the bigger threat, but if Metagross and Togekiss double into Dragapult. The Dynamax Incineroar, okay. Let me guess, protect off Dragapult. Let me guess. Nope, okay. Bye, Dragapult. I mean, I did give them the sun, so I shouldn't be surprised, but... Alright, who's taking the Max Flare? Yeah, Togekiss deserved that one. Togekiss definitely deserved that. Okay. That said, I know they have Protect on Incineroar, and I know they have Protect on Ninetales, so... They also use their Berry, which means I know Incineroar is going down to Hail, because I'm pretty sure that damage happens before the grassy terrain. But I want that Ninetales off the field. You better believe I want that Ninetales off the field. So I'm going to Grassy Glide into Incineroar, and I'm going to Iron Head Ninetales. That's the biggest thing. If they double protect, they double protect. Okay. Does Incineroar protect? Hard no. Which means bye-bye Kitty. I'm glad I brought my Rillaboom now. That said, well, it didn't matter. The Hail, I know they were Berry, so all things considered, not bad. I'm in a pretty good position. I mean, after all, I can Grassy Glide, and honestly, that'll probably be more than enough damage. Because Ninetales is kind of frail without the Aurora Veil, and I also have an Iron Head. Yeah, okay. Well, that works. Good game to my opponent. Weird team. Definitely was not expecting Protect on Incineroar. Protect on the Ninetales, I think, had some good sense, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were going Phantom Force with Dragapult, but anyways, good game to my opponent. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. This was definitely one of the more serious teams that I have put together. Normally I like to put something that's a little bit weird onto the team, but I kind of embraced the meta for this one. Like I said, I wanted to try out Regieleki and get a feel for it. There's so many things that this thing can benefit, so this was a test more than anything else to see how it works. So when I start looking into things like Gengar and Dreadnought, because I would like to try out both of their Gigantamaxes at some point, I want to see how I can help them by any means possible, and therefore I am very thankful to have access to Regieleki for speed control. And overall, when Regieleki Dynamaxes, it makes an impact, that's for sure. Yeah, anyways, I'm keeping it short for this outro. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Stay awesome, and I will see you again on my campaign to entertain. Bye.